This is my new display in my lobby. It all my calf pulling, all that, and speculums and all that for horses and such. I quit doing cattle work back in the early 2003. My last cow call, the owner, the owner of a Holstein cow, she allowed her brother to pull the calf. Unbeknownst to him, the calf was coming head turned back, and he hooked the chains to the calf's legs and hooked them to a bumper and literally pulled the front legs off with from the shoulders down with the chain. When I arrived, there were two bloody legs from the shoulders down by the truck's bumper, and I looked over at the Holstein cow. She was laying on the ground, head tied to a post in the barn. A lot of agony, and 20 people standing around, aunts, nieces, nephews, neighbors, what have you. The individual responsible for doing this had left the scene. Very fortunate for him. I have an ungodly temper. Anyway, I examined the cow, determined that her pelvis was busted in 3 places, and the calf, during the agonal pain it was under, enduring all that, the hind legs and the thrashing severely damaged and ripped her uterus, and she would never, ever stand again. So I advise the owner, just go ahead and shoot her and put her in your freezer. The last 2 horse calls were also in early 2000. One of them was a gorgeous Palomino mare left out in the pasture, an ill-kept pasture, sheet metal, abandoned cars, what have you, the fence falling down. Tied the horse out, a rope attached to one of the back legs. The water bucket was long since knocked over. Month of July, very hot day. Mare stuck its head through a barbed wire fence to get to an abandoned bathtub that was full of stagnant, scummy water, and got its mane all tangled in the barbed wire and laid down and gasping and tongue swollen, turning blue, eyes bulging. Owner called, said, do something, and I told her hyperthermia, severe internal organ damage, prognosis is grave, go ahead and shoot the horse, and told the owner, don't ever call me again. She's too irresponsible to own anything that breathes air. And of course, the final second horse call was 9 at night. A colic horse. Usually colic horses respond to medical treatment. This was a 23-year-old horse gelding, and this was a surgical colic. And back in 2003, it was July, LSU charged around $8,000, and they had to make a $2,000 deposit. You have to really have a sterile environment to do surgery, colic surgery on a horse. And anyway, the owner didn't have any money, and I did the best I could to control the pain in this horse. And about 1:30 in the morning, I'd been there since 9 p.m., she decides to put the horse down. I put the catheter in the jugular and go ahead and put the horse down. I'll leave the scene at 2. I send her a compassionate bill for 5 hours worth of work and medicine for around $203. Took her 4+ months to pay, and even about 20+ years later, there's still a residual on the bill of $28. She's never called again. I wouldn't go if they did call. From what I understand, she's wealthy now because her last husband died and left her plenty of cash, but it doesn't matter. I'd never work for her again. I put these on display. They're not for sale. I'll use them, friends and family, but real close friends and family, but never again for the general public.